In this picture, little boys and girls are working adult jobs in dangerous factories, sacrificing their lives. Yes, we would fight back. If we did, there probably would be a change, or we could get fired. What would you do?
Due to the Triangle Shirtwaist tragedy, there were over 140 bodies found in the wreckage of the 8th and 9th floor of the business's headquarters on Green Street, New York. There were so many bodies left that a morgue had to be temporarily established on a pier near the destroyed building. If a fire escape plan was in use, the employees of the company could have survived if the workers fought back. This plan could have been put in use, saving lives.
This is a picture of many people who have lost their jobs. They could have been injured or sick. If they would have fought back, it would have led to more money, being fired, or even death.
Men and boys are working in coal mine. If they fight back, then the coal mine blows, and they die. If they don't fight back, then they get lung disease from coal dust and die.
In this picture, there are firefighters hosing down the burning building. The fire was caused by a cigarette butt that wasn't completely put out. If the workers had fought back, they would have had a greater possibility of living.
In our pictures, family members identify those who died in the Triangle Shirtwaist factory. The factory fire caused the tragedy, which was a horrible mistake for those who caused the fire. If those who survived the fire were to fight back, they would have lost a lot of things, like their jobs, money, and food, and also they couldn't support their families.
The tragedy that happened with the Triangle Shirtwaist Company in New York City resulted in many women, men, and children jumping out of windows, plummeting to their death. Because of the fire, now family members are trying to identify the bodies of their loved ones. This wouldn't have happened if the workers had fought back.
The company that these people are working for isn't providing them with enough money to buy a decent home. This has to be stopped. They must fight back, because if they don't, these poor people will not get enough money to live off of. The poor living conditions these people are subject to will eventually kill them.
In our photo, families are identifying dead bodies that have burned in the Triangle Shirtwaist fire. This is a very sad time for many families because they have lost many of their loved ones. Do you or don't you fight back? No, because if you fought back, you would have got fired, and then you wouldn't have enough money to provide your family with their needs.
I'm standing here today to report the tragedy of the brutally burned shirtwaist factory. Here, 141 men and women lie dead. People say the fire started when a bale of cotton on the 8th floor caught on fire. About 30 seconds later, a cry shot out. It was a woman. After the cry, everyone panicked. Everyone from the 7th floor down got away safely, but people 8 to 10 did whatever they could to live. Some jumped 100 feet to hit the concrete, and others got burned, but the lucky ones took the one-person fire escape and got away. We spoke to the owner and asked him how many people did you keep on each floor. He answered, about 1,000, although that was way too much. The injustice that took place here was overcrowded floors and inefficient fire equipment. For example, no fire extinguishers, no big hoses, fire escapes held little amounts of people, and only one person at a time could fit through the fire exits. What the workers could have done to prevent this from happening was they could have protested against the unsafe conditions. If everyone would have done that, Shirtwaist could still be standing.
This is a picture of people that have jumped from the shirtwaist factory. They jumped because of a fire. They should have thought about having better safety with fires and other things.
These women are working in a crowded, filthy workspace in the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. Most of these women you see were probably killed in the fire of the early 1900s because of bosses who didn't care about the women and girls' safety. The workers of the factory could have lived longer if the bosses established fire escapes and drills. They should have fought back because they would have been able to live.